They look like prehistoric dinosaurs. You can't compare anything else with them. I woke up very early this morning.
Remembering Sudan had some amazing camera quality. It had really gorgeous wide shots of the scenery and the animals that really brought it to life and made it seem really cinematic. I love the music as well that went along with this film. It was very calming and beautiful. And the camera also captured some amazing silhouettes and just images that could be paintings, really. It was a really important documentary about bringing the northern rhinos back from extinction and the efforts to do so. And I thought it was a really beautiful connection that Zacharia had with these white rhinos. He really loved them, and I loved hearing him talk about their personalities and his connection to them. And it was really heartbreaking to see the death of Sudan and how much that had an impact on him and the other rhino keepers. It was a really cool documentary about these amazing creatures and how they're poached just for their horns and how important it is to support these conservation efforts, and how one species going into extinction is so devastating for the rest of the environment and the rest of the planet, really. So I thought this was a really important documentary, and it was shot really beautifully, and I really enjoyed it.
This ship is for remembering Sudan. This is such a magnificent view. This person has an enviable passion and such a huge challenge ahead. I love this shot where they have the rainbow. It is just beautiful. And then we have this genuine love for the rhinos and how this person protects their environment. He's genuinely concerned about their health and well-being. And this story is quite relevant. We must care, and he says it better. Why don't we care about other species? And then we hear about the heartbreaking death of Sudan. It is just a very emotional story, and I'm glad I now know about this conservancy. Great job.
Remembering Sudan. I loved this piece. Gorgeous shots, really deliberate framing with kind of an inherent playfulness that came from interesting angles, but also the very close, the close shots and closeness to our subjects, and the closeness translated to the themes of the closeness of the guide and the rhinos, that physical touch, that love shared was just brimming throughout, and that intimacy that was afforded also to the viewer. Notably lovely lighting, that gorgeous sun glow filled shots. The partnership between the rhinos and the humans in the conservation was on full display, as well as the creativity between the two and the creativity of humans in preserving them, which was mirrored in the creative approaches to filming. So the care for other creatures and that interconnectedness was on full display as my takeaway.
Remembering Sudan. This is a very interesting documentary. I really like the overall premise, how these people are trying to save rhinos and trying to preserve them. Although we know the rhinos suffer many issues in the past, still nowadays, because they've been hunted for many reasons, and they slowly is a species that might become extinct at some point. I really like how the documentary focuses on these people trying to help the best they can, and also how the documentary is told. There is a beautiful usage of drone shots, and the cinematography is amazing. This is that kind of cinematography and direction that really hooks you, and just drags you inside, pulls you inside this beautiful film that is both educative and beautiful to watch, because there's a lot a lot of aesthetics, and is really is really an important subject many people should see. So overall, a very well done short. Congratulations.
Remembering Sudan. What an interesting story of this fellow who's a conservation wildlife keeper on a safari park. Beautiful documentary footage of the animals close up. He takes care of rhinos. The rhino knows his expressions and he understands their emotion. That's interesting. The guards are armed on this safari park because of the horn hunting of the rhinos. So the keeper wants us to know that humans need to take care of their wildlife. He was very emotional in describing the loss of his dear rhino friend that was too sick to live, but that there's hope in the fact that they have created embryos from this rhino and a mate and will carry on that specific species. So that was wonderful to see. And his compassion, that's what made the documentary so special, was how much he cares.
Zachariah's love for the white rhino is endearing. It really is. He almost brought tears to my eyes when he started crying. To see a species being extinct firsthand has to be very, very hard. This film had a lot of beautiful shots and a beautiful cinematography, which I get the area probably makes it a little easier, but the rhinos under the rainbow, Zachariah under the rainbow, the final shots of him in a rhino cemetery, it's absolutely gorgeous shots, and it really puts the impact into what we're talking about. It's one of those things that are absolutely amazing and a story that needs to be told, because it will be sad to see the white rhinos go extinct if they do. And for Zachariah, in his team, he has seen it firsthand because they're fighting to save them.
We follow the white rhinos. This shot with the man and the rainbow was a beautiful moment to be captured. I found myself awing and laughing while watching the B-roll footage of the rhinos in their natural habitat, from rolling around in the mud and scratching their bum on a tree. They are in risk for extinction, and the short documentary dives into what they're doing to prevent this from occurring. You see the strong bonds between this community with the animals. These people are speaking on their behalf, caring about other animals outside of ourselves, balancing the ecosystem, and remembering Sudan is honestly remembering a rhino that probably had a very special tie and connection with the documentary that we see the point of view from with this man.